say, man? It's your boy KINGSGIVE, man. We coming live and direct. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the ugly truth. Yeah, you know, we're gonna dive right into it. Spirit, soul, body, finances, and relationship. Put you up on game on everything. And I am certified, man, to speak on what I speak on, man. I'd have been on over 500 dates with 500 different women, man. So when I speak on relationship, please pay attention. Oh, I'd have ran up an M too. So when I speak on money, please pay attention. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, sir. So to my left, I got beautiful Miami. To the left, say what's up to the people of Miami.
Hey, everybody.
And to my right, I got the beautiful KEL'LI.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, so you know, I asked these special two ladies who are very beautiful. They're not your average looking women in the world, you know. And I was just asking them some questions about why do black women disagree with Kevin Samuels and what was he saying? But before we get into it, Miss Miami said something that just struck me before we even got on air. And I asked, would you take a bum nigga with no money that look good and good dick? And she said in her 20s, yeah. I need you to elaborate. Why would you take a nigga like that?
I would say trial and error. At that age, I don't know what I know now. I'm in my 20s. Now I'm a grown woman. So when you get into that phase, it's standards. And her standards may be different from mine. My standards going to be different from the next woman, but they're standards.
Correct. I agree.
And then on the flip side, some women just go through their whole life and don't have standards. True. They never get to that point.
True.
But that's why I said what I said. Maybe in my 20s, because I definitely can look back and say in my 20s isn't what I was thinking or even doing where I'm at right now.
So the question was, just so y'all know, the question was, would you be okay taking care of a nigga laying on your couch just because he looked good and had good dick? And Miami gave her answer. And it's not a wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer. Because what I believe is what Kevin Samuels was trying to do was uplift our community to actually have standards at a very young age. My belief system is this. Between 15 and 28 is a woman's prime, when she should be negotiating all of her shit. Everything she thinks she could get out of life. Those years there are prime. And what I also believe is what he was trying to say is like those are your best years of bargaining chips. Those are usually the years before you got kids. Those are usually the years where you're not corrupted. You haven't been through too many hardships, too many heartbreaks, where you can kind of get with a guy that will actually love you and take care of you. But in our community, it's trial and error year. Fuck as many niggas, not saying that's what y'all do, but fuck with as many niggas as y'all can. And the standards usually go, unfortunately, money, good dick, good looks. You know what I mean? And that's not working out for us because everybody is single. So I'm going to let you jump in and answer the question. Why do you think so many black women disagree with our late, great legend, Kevin Samuels?
So it's so funny because I didn't really know much about him until, like, you know, just a few months ago. Like, and I was literally seeing his videos and stuff, and I was like, he just got the wrong women that he's interviewing. Like, some of the women, they were like choking on their words, and you know, he would have little ding bells while they were talking, and they would be like highly distracted, and he like, you ugly, telling it. I'm like, are you serious? But in my mind, when they got on the video with them, I was like, oh, she hit. Like, that was my initial reaction. So I know another man was looking like, this is not a woman that I would potentially date, because they didn't care about how their eyebrows looked. They didn't care about, you know, their presentation on air with him, let alone.
Do y'all understand from a man's perspective, right? Just from a man's perspective, that's 90% of our women. Scoot up just a little bit to the mic from me.
Oh, can
that's 90% of our women. I don't know about your personal circles. Like,
90% is a lot.
That's a lot of percent.
That's a lot. You mean 90% that look like what he was interviewing?
Act like. I'm not gonna say actually.
I'm about to say, dang.
But actually act like. 90% of our women act like every woman that came on that show.
That's a big
I've
percentage.
been on unfortunately, I've been on over 500 dates with 500 different women. No, I didn't smash them all, so we're gonna get that out. But I've been on over 500 dates with 500 different women. 90% of them women act like that.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
And so what we hear is everything that I hear is the exception, and it's damn near impossible. Like, no, I don't act like that. I don't move like that. But to Dr. Miami's own words, I guess, is that just in y'all 20s that y'all act like that? Because some people never grew up.
No, I find it more so now that women of my age and older are like that. It's bad.
Yeah, yeah. But you what's so funny is because in my 20s, I spent my time doing case studies, like literally gathering information for he could be faithful. So you can imagine taking all those years and compiling information just for a specific reason to give women a real case study to say that this is proven actions that you can literally do this with a man and have this type of outcome. So I literally went through 4 engagements, 4 proposals, and all these case studies and wasted
Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly.
but literally just to get info. Just to get knowledge and information, just share with other women that listen, he can be faithful. Like
He can.
yeah.
He can.
So
Hold on, he can be faithful or he's good enough for you.
No.
What do you hold on? What's
can be
faithful?
faithful.
What's faithful to y'all?
Faithful is, the commitment.
He can commit, or he not sleeping with no other women.
That too.
Commit.
That's a part of commitment.
That's a part of commitment.
Like he's not dealing with no other women. He may have women as clients just because of the work that he does, but he's not engaging or fraternizing with none of his clients or any females that may try to. Because nowadays, females gonna talk to you before you try to holler at them.
I got a question.
So
and
I'm just saying, commitment it's a broad spectrum.
I gotta ask this. Listen, I have nothing but the utmost. I think these women are above average. I think these women are beautiful. My question is this: do either one of y'all have this nigga that y'all talking about?
I do.
He don't cheat.
No.
So I got one more question.
Go ahead.
And you can answer however you want. Listen, anything I'm saying is not a shot. I'm just like she said. I'm trying to get a case study.
That I know of, he doesn't.
Where's the ring?
It ain't been that long. I mean, can we get there? Can we get there?
Push me into a
Yeah, like, can we get there? Because it's not about the ring for me. If he could just do those simple things, and I'm doing those simple things, then we'll get there. But he gotta have the spirit of cooperation too.
With who?
Because with me, if he's saying you want to be with me, I'm this, I'm that, and the third, so you gotta show me.
I agree to show you.
You gotta cooperate too. If I'm saying that, then I gotta cooperate too.
Correct. So I'm gonna let you elaborate before I even go in because I feel like going on a tangent.
I feel like you are about to just go in on us.
So
but it's out of help. It's out of love. Go ahead.
No, me personally. So like you said, do I have that man? So historically, I have proven that I could have that man. Why? Because I have those 4 rings. I'm like won several championships. So
no, NFC or AFC championships, not the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the wedding. The Super Bowl is the wedding.
But here's the thing. My name will go up in that Raptors. Why? Because when I
you got the championship for that coast.
But here's the thing. It's going to go up because of the simple fact that when I do it this time, I'm going to choose him.
You want to be Jim Kelly or Tom Brady? I'm just saying. Jim Kelly is going to go down as a legend. He's going to Hall of Fame. He's going to be remembered as the nigga that almost did it. Do you want to be remembered as the person who almost
doesn't count? So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I am going to tell you, and you can write this down. You can remember this day, that all of the work I've done just to gain that information for other women. Now the season of my life that I'm in, I'm now going to choose the man that I want, and I'm going to live happily ever after. Great
answer to question to my next segue. We're going to start with Miami. I don't need it long. I don't need it drawn out. 30 seconds or less. What is your standards right now that you believe as a woman now? What do you consider your standards? Simple.
My standards are what I hold myself accountable to. So You know, if I'm out here doing what I need to do,
Sorry,
he need to be out there doing what he need to do. If I'm pouring into him, then he got to be pouring into me too.
Name 3 things you're pouring into him, and 3 things you're pouring. Name 3 things you're pouring into him, and 3 things he's pouring into you.
Support.
What does that look like though? Because that's a broad word. That's very broad.
Support is okay. He may had some trials and tribulations on the business today, and he called me to tell me, just talk about it. Damn, babe, I'm sorry to hear that, but this is what I think we should do. He don't want to talk about it, but I want to hear about it. That's a part of support. Listening is a part of support.
Okay.
She said something so pivotal right now, and that a lot of women don't understand exactly what a guideline girl is. The same way, and this is how I know you're on your way to winning a championship as well, because the same way we have these wealthy women and these very productive women and these very liberated women, they do not know how to simply ask the man a question, how was your day, and really mean it, and not to give a rebuttal or response as to how his day went. They give him an opportunity to express, and they're just a listening ear. They're not there to constructively criticize you. They're not there to give their input unless asked. They are not there to listen for a response. They're just listening. So she has one of the points right now, and he could be faithful. That's going to land her a ring.
All right, two more things.
So I said support.
Correct.
That's what I said. He needs to be able to pour into me like I'm pouring into him, whether it's business. It's got to be aligned. So we got to have some type of camaraderie, which means common interests. That's important. Because if it's just about sex, then it's not going to last. Because that gets old really quick.
It don't get old. Yeah, it do.
It gets old fast.
Well, not when you drop it low. And you pick it up slow.
I am not. Okay.
She does have a point. She does have a point.
Very slow.
She does have a point.
It ain't gonna last long if you go slow. Stop. I need to get her on some questions. Y'all shit. That session gonna be over real quick. You can be grabbing the rag in a little bit. Go ahead.
And I would say, so we have support, pouring into each other, and it's something that you said earlier. I don't want to say tax bracket, but we're just gonna say camaraderie, for lack of better terms. Meaning, okay, if I'm doing this, if I'm an entrepreneur, I work for myself, and I'm running this, that, and the third, and I'm doing this, then most likely I'm not gonna date somebody that works at Jersey Mike's.
Correct. And that's respectable. You should date somebody who understands your lifestyle.
So those are my 3 standards, and so far it is working.
How many times have you tried this?
A lot.
Why would you keep trying it if it hasn't led to a super?
Well, it has.
You been married?
I was engaged.
No. Engaged.
I have not been married. No.
Why do our women be so fixed?
No,
fixated
I have not.
On
I have not been
like
married. But that's why I had to go back to the drawing board and figure out what it is. What exactly what it is.
You didn't say you changed anything. You said those are still the same standards.
I'm sorry. So my standards have changed.
Okay.
So it's no more of what the man wants me to do, this and that and the third. No, it's no more of that. I gotta have my own, not my own, but my own
that works for
train
you.
of thought. What works for me,
right?
And what's gonna work for me with somebody else.
Can I give you some game?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you there's foundation, there's first level, second level, and then anything after the second level, that's the extras and the particulars. The first level is what's most important to any structure of relationship for a man. You need to deal with a man that can provide. You need to deal with a man that can protect. You need to deal with the man, which most men don't have, is a vision. Those 3 there should be your qualifying standards to deal with anyone. You should better ask a man, what's your vision? and he should be able to spit that shit out like he's spitting water out of a bottle from drinking it. Those 3 things there are what's going to define the men from the boys. Having provision. I don't want to fuck on a girl if my money ain't right. If I'm not able to protect her, I can't keep her. If I don't have a vision, we're not able to go where we're supposed to go. So all we're going to be doing, all I'm going to do is fuck her and keep protecting. Keep the rest of the niggas off. But if we're in different areas, different brackets, different lives, different social spots, the bullshit falls off. We ain't got to worry about getting patted down. If we still going in places at 40 where we got to get patted down, not saying there's nothing wrong every blue moon to go somewhere, but if everywhere we going we got to get patted down, I don't know if we in the right areas.
And you're not.
You
Not
dig
if
what
you're
I'm
that
saying?
age.
Yeah, like, and may I ask, and you don't have to, you can say no. how seasoned are you? Because you said in your 20s, so how seasoned are you?
I'm pretty seasoned. I'm a couple of months shy of 40.
We both are.
About 7 months. My birthday's in December.
Okay. I'm August 17th. I'm throwing a 40th birthday party. Coming to America.
Turn
fuck
up.
with the king. You already know what it is. Big shit. I'm giving gifts out. You dig? For my birthday, I'm giving everybody a gift. But, anyway, it's about y'all. So, what I was speaking on with Kevin Samuels is, just from the clips that you've seen, what did you see that was wrong that did not feel like it would help our community and our black women?
I'm going to say perception, because I understood what he was saying. But the caller that was calling him, asking him about that, they didn't understand it. I understood what he was saying. She didn't.
So it's okay to say you didn't have a problem with what he was saying, or you didn't, or was his delivery off?
No, because I'm a person that'll tell you straight up like it is too, and people call me mean all the time. But I'm not afraid anymore to say. Sometimes I do hold back, just like, oh gosh, I don't want to do this today. But other times I'm just gonna let you have it, and you can take it how you want to take it. But you can never say I ain't tell you that.
Okay. When you say let you have it, is it intact or is it wild?
It just depends. I felt like he was calm. He to me, he was tactful. He was calm. It wasn't like he was going back and forth arguing. He was real. It was too professional. Like, how do you tell somebody that in that demeanor? To me, I understood what he was saying.
Do you feel like he wanted to help our community or hurt our community?
I really felt like he was trying to help. It's just that people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear certain things because in their mind, they're right. Okay. Well, if you're...
We're going to keep that on the show.
Well, if you're so right, then why you don't have a man yet? If you're so right, why are you 50 years old doing this and that and the third? Why are you this? So you just don't want to hear what a man is really telling you what you need to clean up on. You don't want to hear it. Because it wasn't like he was rude. He just telling you don't want to hear it. And that's why these women they don't have men. They still don't have a man. They still out here searching. They still got the same stanky attitude.
Right.
They just still.
We got a little mess in here. So with that being said, if they don't have a man, should they change the way they thinking? Like should they adjust a little bit?
Yeah, but that's that's a hard thing for people to do, especially at older.
What helps you adjust though? Because you said you 7 months from being a leftover. What helps you adjust?
What helped me adjust was listening more.
To who?
Just anybody that had advice, business-wise, personal-wise, spiritual-wise.
Thank you, love.
It required me getting out of my own way just to get what I want, especially if we're talking about a partner.
So you feel like you had to do a little bit of compromise, and not your integrity, not your morals, your principles, But some of the things that you may seen as futile or fairy tale, you like, okay, listen, this not working.
Because even in business wise, I was told you don't listen. You just not gonna listen. So then I had to go back to the drawing board like, okay, well, maybe this person is right because I still ain't got to this level.
What incident made you really think about that?
I think it was my past relationship.
What happened?
It was just too many arguments about I don't listen. I don't do this. I don't do that. It was too much of that.
Have you had a guy in your past that you said was quality and you messed it up? Have you ever messed anything up? She want to say no.
Not maybe not that I can really think of right now on the spot.
Yeah.
Not that I could think of on the spot. No.
So you did, but listen, you just said you don't listen, and their complaint was you don't
But
listen.
my last relationship was toxic. So it was both of us. It won't just
okay, let me
him
say in
being
the words
right.
of Kevin Samuels, they always say that everything
It was
is
bad.
toxic.
It was bad.
To be toxic, it takes two people to be
Right.
toxic.
So it was both of us. But some of the things he said my ex said has stuck with me today and have made me better as far as where I'm trying to go in life. Just overall as a person.
So my question is, what did you do wrong? Because our women don't take no responsibility.
That's
for
what
being
I'm
wrong.
telling you.
What did you do wrong?
I was not a good listener. Okay, it's things that they told me to do that I didn't do. Just not listening.
Name two.
Hell, you need to get up early and do this. Not listening. Or you always behind. Why do you take so long to get ready? You always behind schedule. Not listening.
Babe Mine, do you hear that? Babe Mine. Babe Mine. Check 1, 2. Hold on, make sure this mic on. Babe Mine, do you hear
Not
that?
listening. So that's what I said. If people aren't willing to change the little things, listening that's something that everybody should be able to do, right? But if you're in a relationship and you're not listening, the man is it's eventually just not going to work, right?
Right.
But you can't go through life doing that in every relationship. So for me, I had to listen more because I was told I don't listen.
So what was your complaint with men? Your previous relationship, not the one now that you're on your way to the AFC Championship. What was your biggest complaint?
There really wasn't one. I was always priority. They always kept me, I was always like number one. I really didn't have any complaints. They provided. I didn't have to do nothing, literally nothing but my normal cook, clean, that.
Did y'all hear that? She said she cooked, clean. Unfortunately, I gotta use these words because it's just me being me. She fucked, she sucked. She did what was required in the relationship, so she didn't have a problem. But the men got tired of her not listening. These things is so. Okay, so you 39. What would you tell the younger women? Because there's a bunch of younger women out here who are on the wrong path drastically. They're on their way to California, but they're on I-95 going up to New York, and they're not catching the plane.
So here's my theory. When you're dealing with women and men, okay, if I'm going to be with a man, more than likely a woman is looking for a man to lead. So he has to be the leader.
What does that look like? Because I have this conversation.
A leader
with my
is a
co-host.
provider.
Okay.
They gon', like I said, they gonna pour into you more so than you pour into them. But it doesn't have to be that way. It could be reciprocal. But they're gonna lead you, meaning they're not gonna lead you in a dark hole, down the wrong path. Because there's still men out here that are leading women into the wrong path.
What does that look like?
Just destruction.
No, tell me.
Toxicity.
No. Not all this sign.
Okay, for instance,
yeah.
if you're with somebody and this is supposed to be your man, he should not be pimping you out.
You been pimped out before?
No, I'm not saying that.
You know some girls that been pimped out?
It's on TV. It's all around us.
No. Use something in your life, a friend that you know or someone. What would you say about someone close to you? If it didn't happen to you, someone that you know.
Okay,
close,
so
that
for
she
instance,
was misled.
if you're I had a situation where
something that
for
you know
instance,
that was
it's something that I know.
Okay.
Now, if the man was bipolar, clinically diagnosed
All right, let's
bipolar,
stop right there. That's done. It's over. It's over. You shouldn't even deal with a man like that. We use another scenario because that doesn't even make any sense.
But what my point is that it was leading this person into destruction until they finally got out.
So why? How do you sign up for that? That's my
It's
question.
not that you sign up. People come together from different things. Everybody going through something. People get together and they come together based on sometimes their situations. And it could be bad situations.
Shout out to Love Dorsey, and she always say that there's trauma bonding. Two people who've been through traumas who may bond with each other, not because of love, not because of passion, but because they've experienced the same things in life. And those two negative spirits bond, which think is a positive, but it don't work like that. So
those things happen. So, you know, if you get out, some women don't make it out alive. They don't make it out at all. They stay and they get stuck, and they don't know how to get out.
So I think this was my homie's question. How do we get our women out? How do we get our women back to cooperating with us in dealing with quality guys? Let's do it like this. This is my opinion. It's just my opinion. 80% of these women are contaminated, and out of the 80%, only 10% of them can be saved, right? So you basically got 30% that can be saved. What do we do? What do we tell the 70% of women who actually have a chance? What do we tell them as far as dealing with their counterparts, their male figures? They're picking their leaders or accepting the leaders, accepting the guys that they let come in them. What do we tell them to help better our community or just better their relationship? What would you tell your younger self, or what would you tell even the older women? What do we do so that this shit can work for us as a family and as a community?
Well, first of all, the person has to want it. We can't force that on somebody. They gotta want it. And some people are just better off or happy. They okay with their situations, even though it's a bad situation. And then for the ones that are not okay with it, those are the ones we would be speaking to.
The ones that don't have a situation.
Or the ones that don't have a situation.
What do you tell the ladies who don't have a situation, the single women? Because you live in Atlanta?
Yeah.
We go out. And I've never met this woman a day in my life, right? We go out, and it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women in packs together, all single. And they're not even trying to. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what do we tell the women? These the women. I'm gonna tell you, they got a bag. They halfway attractive. You know what I mean? If you take off all the features, they regular. And they think that the man that they should get is here. But according to all of the men,
they're not.
They're here. How do we help them identify that what you're searching for is impossible? Like it's not even going to happen for you. And so it's okay that you get somebody that's on your. How do we get them to realize their level? That's the question. How do we get women to realize their level? Because everything in life is a level. Everything is a grade. Everything is a judgment. How do we get them to realize that?
They need to listen and stop being full of themselves.
Listen to who? Because they ain't want to listen to Kevin. So, who do they listen to?
This is advice that we're talking about right now. Let's say their goal, I just want to find me somebody that's just going to be this, boom, 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 that. Okay, well, you can start by listening. Listen to what we're saying.
Listen to her.
You're not going to get these things if you don't have the spirit of cooperation. No man is, I don't care if he makes this much or this much. No man is going to do all of that. I'm just telling you just from what I see, friends, just normal stuff, just all around me. No man is going to do that at all. Not the man that you think that you want. They're not going to do that. And then when you get it, You still gonna be complaining. So, and I see that too. It's like, girl, you asking for this, that, and the third. You still complaining. You either complaining about the sex, or he did something wrong, or he just said something wrong. You still complaining. So it's just you. And those are the ones that you just don't have the spirit of cooperation because you think it's all about you.
So you agree with me that 80% of these women are
Yes,
contaminated?
you're not the only one. And I just be like, it's to the point I don't even want that energy around me. Because what I do over here and how I live my life with my man, that's my business. I'm not following yours because you still ain't got no man.
I didn't pay her to come on here.
You
and
still
don't
ain't
think
got
she
no
just
man.
agreeing with me just to agree with me. I don't have no argument with what she's saying. Everything
But
she's
then
saying
they'll
is
tell me,
correct.
oh, Miami, you're just too this, you're just too the. But I got what I want based on my standards, and you still over there complaining and got a nice guy. But you just complain about everything that he do.
Because it's the culture is what
You're just
I believe.
never satisfied. It's just you.
So listen, let me elaborate a little quick. Me and my son's 21 years old. He just turned 21 a month ago. Shout out to my baby boy. He my oldest, my baby one. We just talked about women not being satisfied. And it's damn near, and I tell myself, listen, son, don't try to satisfy no woman because it's impossible for them not to want more. And to find that silver lining is a needle in 3 haystacks. So not only is it 1 haystack, it's 3 haystacks you're going to have to go through that they're going to stack on top of each other, and a needle can get caught anywhere. The point is to find a quality person, not just hang on to them, pour into them. I like the word she used, pour into them. Somebody told me today, so my young homie told me today, he said, you know what I mean, we talk, I got many different friends, spiritual niggas, trap niggas, everything. And he was just speaking on the spiritual level. He said, Ed, whatever there's a seed at, if there's no fruit, the environment is not right. And he was just speaking, he said, when you have a wife, if it's not what you like, cultivate the environment she's around and she'll bear better fruit. Mm-hmm. As men, we have to bear better fruit, but the key is this, you have to figure out what the seed is. If you have a quality seed, if you're looking for oranges, you have to have an orange seed. I think people are just planting seeds and hoping what they want comes up. Because if we as a community don't fix this, we're doomed. Like, it's over. Like we think it's a game, but it's really not. Like, we think, like, because we watch reality TV shows, whatever we watch is going to program us. Whatever we see, and what I mean by programming is subconsciously we do things that we don't even understand sometimes because we put that inside of us. Mm-hmm. We've digested it, we've put it in us, and we act it out. We live that thing out that we shouldn't be living out. But would you agree or disagree that should there be some sort of women's school, wife school, be better as a woman? Or do you feel like the problem is all of the men that's out here?
I think it's both. It's both. I mean, because people are just going to be people. But
what's wrong with the men that are at the level that they're at?
It could be different things.
No, I'm just saying, if okay, I'll put it like this. And this is what I understand. This is what I think. If a woman want a man here and he's here, and he's never gonna get no higher, why are you fighting for a man, especially after 30? Why are you fighting for a man after 30 to come up from where he's at? And you've seen no progress. Like, he's 30.
Most of the time with men, if it's not in their mentality, or if their brain just doesn't go there, then they're never going to get there. It's just one of those things, like that particular man just has to have been gifted with that. It could be taught, but it's got to be taught at an early age.
And who can teach it?
He could have had mentors, parents, school.
And when I say you, I mean women. Can a woman teach a man something after 30? Teach him how to hustle? Can she teach him how? Outside of love him, can a woman teach a man something? outside of how to love you, and when I say you, I mean all women, as far as a whole. Not that you are all women, but can a woman teach this nigga how to hustle, how to provide, how to have a vision?
It's pretty hard.
So would you say selection that women make is the problem, or the men are the problem, or is it the women that they select, or is it the men that select?
I say that it's the selection. Because let's say the man that can't provide, don't know how to hustle, he could get with a female that know how to do that, and that female is okay with doing that, having a man like that. It's females that are like that. If they're at this level and they got a man that's down here, they're okay. And the man is okay with letting the woman be in control. It's relationships like that out here that work like that.
Would you say that's natural or unnatural?
It's not really. I can't even say that it's common because I feel like it happens.
Is it
To me,
natural?
it's
No.
not
It's a
natural.
yes. Okay,
To
thank
me,
you.
it's
Just speak
not
for
natural.
you. Just speak for you.
I'm just gonna speak for me. I would prefer that my man know how to lead, and not lead me in the dark hole. Because if I feel like you lead me in a dark hole, I'm out of here.
Facts, and you should be.
Right.
But long as you know that it's not a dark hole and not sunlight that you can't see because the sun's too bright. That's
Because
a bar.
if my man didn't know how to pour into me and I know how to pour into you, now I'm feeling like it ain't no camaraderie. Like what are we doing here?
And
But that's just me.
I got two questions. They're external and they're internal. And I'm pretty sure I know how you're gonna answer them.
External and internal.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me ask you a question. Before I even get there.
Mm-hmm.
2.0 grade average, high school.
Mm-hmm.
What do they qualify for college? Like what college? It's like JUCO, regular college, or Harvard. Like if they want to go to law school. 2.0 grade average coming out of high school.
Nowhere with that grade average. With that with that GPA. Like nowhere.
Okay, so it would be safe to say that. Are they wrong for doing that though? Like what if the person is super intelligent, but on paper they're 2.0? Like to the vision.
That them other people ain't looking at how smart they are. They looking at what's on that paper.
Thank you.
That's common sense.
This is what I want you to do. And this has nothing to do with me. I got external and internal. I want you to rate you on a 1 to 10. External first.
Of me, how I look?
Yes.
Externally?
Yes. Her heart just skipped a beat. I just seen
I would say
that right titty jump. That motherfucker said, oh shit. This is...
Me, I would say an 8.
Okay. Internally.
Internally, a 9.5.
And why the internally? Because I don't care about the external. I ain't gonna say I don't
Why?
care, but tell
Because
me why
I have made changes with both. So a lot of times people look at me and may say, oh, she's stuck up, she's not friendly, she's this, she's that. But then when I start talking and they start to have a conversation with me, then the inner just looks way better than the outer. And even though I said the outer is an 8, now the inner is like a 20. Because I start talking and it's like not even what they even thought about me before I open my mouth.
But you know what happened with humans? When the inner is better physically, y'all become more beautiful to us. Mm-hmm. I've had girls that I thought was like 6 and 7s. And when I got to know them, I'm like, this bitch bad. Like, fuck the rest of these hoes. Like she cold. And so what work have you done? This is the question. What work have you done to increase yourself, not externally, but internally? What have you done? Like tangible things that you can tell the other young ladies? Because for me, I'm not here to bash women. I love y'all. I don't have a problem.
A lot of it is spiritual. You gotta be in tune. It's not so much about the worldly things, because a lot of this stuff out here, you could hear one day, gone the next. So a lot of it for me was spiritual and connecting with the spiritual part of life in general.
And what do you mean by that? By spiritual? Like, just break it down.
Spiritual meaning like, okay, my train of thought, the way that I think, just knowing stuff that I didn't know about.
And how did you get around to knowing stuff that you didn't know about? I know it sounds very elementary, but we're living in a world where we got to break
people.
it down.
It was being in different circles.
How many
different
times
people.
did you have to hear the same thing over and over before you pulled into it, till you like gravitated and not in your mind took it to your heart? Too many times.
Too many times. And finally it manifested years later, after the fact. But it definitely helps me now, because that's how I started attracting the right people, the right things, the right men, just because of the spiritual part of it. And a lot of females don't understand that. You can't just be out here laying with every man, because all of that shit
Let me ask you a question.
entangles together. You can't do that.
Don't apply this to you. Don't apply this to you, because I don't want no embarrassment. Because I just had this question. We just had another podcast the other day. At 25, in today's generation, not ours, you're 80s baby, I'm 80s baby. How many bodies do you think women have by the time they're 25? From the girls you know to your nieces, your young girls, what do you think? Estimate, just estimate.
I would say on average about. It depends on how early they started, but it could be up to 50.
Thank you. Medina, did
that's
you hear
the
me?
average number.
Did you hear that? Yes. So
50 is an average number. If they started at 12, by the time they're 25, it's at least 50 or more.
So we just had a conversation. I had my son, and I had two other people there, and we had a conversation, and she thought we was talking crazy. I said, listen, these young ladies at 25, they body count like 50 or more. Why? There's more access. There's social media.
But we didn't have all this stuff when we were, growing up. Even at 21, 25, it still wasn't as accessible as it is now. You had to go out and actually meet people. You had to go out. It wasn't
nigga
social
had to have
media.
some game, right?
Yeah,
nigga had
you
to
had
be
to
able
go
to talk you out them
and
draws.
talk to people. It was not as accessible as it is now.
It's beyond accessible that it is now. It's sadder that it is now. But my question is this. My next question is this. From a woman's perspective, do you think, because this is the conversation that's going on, you may not know, but the conversation that's going on with women right now is that the more guys that they sleep with, the better they'll be for their husband.
I don't believe that.
Listen, we have no arguments here. Listen, we have a quality woman here. Like,
That's terrible. I don't believe that.
No, that's what they say. They be like, yo, I'll be better for my husband.
Who said that?
That's all of the girls 30 and younger.
That's terrible.
And the sad part about it is, and I say this personally, if I'm dealing with a woman, and I say 100, like that's not even far-fetched neither, but if you got 50 bodies, why do you think? Because this is the question that they say body counts don't matter. If you got more than 50 bodies, I don't want to wife you.
And some men are like that. And on average, it could be the good men. Like the best of the best men are like that.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
That's their standard.
I don't want to walk in the room and know it's 3 niggas in here
that
had what I had. Do you know that
that's a big deal.
Do you know at one point in life that there was a such thing called virgins?
Mm-hmm. And like a lot of men are funny about that. Like if we go to the club and all the men know you and he's looking at you like, how all these men know you? And they coming up to him, yeah, I hit your girl, this, that. That's going to cause a problem. So 21 Savage says some of the realest shit that no one has ever elaborated on. I elaborate a lot on my show. When a woman goes and sleep with another man, she has been conquered. So with that just there, it's a problem when we have a woman that's already been conquered. Because if we go sleep with other women, we have conquered them.
We live in a generation where women feel like, oh, I conquered that nigga. I was inside of you, you wasn't inside of me. So I said this analogy the other day. It's very like elementary, right? And we was just talking about value of houses, right? And I was saying, if one person came through the block and threw paint inside of your house, he came in your house and he threw paint in your house, right? Cool. And there was like 3, 5, 7. I said, if there was a house where 50 niggas came through and threw paint inside of your house, what do you think the value of that house would be? And who do you think would want the house? Women actually think that it's okay to sleep with multiple niggas and we're going to be like, oh yeah, that shit, she cool. And what women say is, if I'm your girl, you should love me. I'm not even going to lie. I can be in love with a woman. Totally. If it comes out that she slept with 50 niggas, I'm done. It's over. Y'all value is high. So so the whole another thing, and you can watch certain podcasts. I ain't gonna name them. They say like men and women are equal, right? We're not equal. I agree, and the reason why I agree is because I feel like women are higher value than men. In this aspect, y'all body count matter. Ours don't. You can find a nigga that fuck 300 bitches. And that nigga provide, protect, give you a vision, take care of everything. I'm like, well, shit, that ain't gonna do with me. But as a man, you fuck 300 niggas, I'm done. Like, it's a different standard. And women need to know that y'all more valuable than us in that aspect.
I can agree. I can't say that I can't agree. I can agree just because that's how it's looked upon. But in all actuality, it's just like, oh, based on what you're saying, you wouldn't just go be with a porn star.
Never.
Exactly.
I don't even want to sleep with a porn star. And that's what the conversation was about. The conversation was about the sex industry and women actually thinking they can have men long term. And they're doing OnlyFans, they're doing porn, and they're stripping. And I know strippers. I know a lot of strippers. I know strippers that got boyfriends. But I'm like, any nigga you dealing with that's dealing with you while you a stripper is like a low level nigga. I don't care how much money he got because we know people value money. How can I be okay with a nigga being able to go out, sell crack, cut it up with his nails, and go stick his fingers in your vagina and to get some money? Because as a man, we're territorial. We want to take care of y'all.
Men are definitely
We
like
want to
that.
keep y'all away from the bullshit. Not just like, oh, you're going to sleep with this guy or this guy, but I want to protect you from all of the woes of life. So before we end, because I feel like, shit, listen, Sheeta gave so much game, KEL'LI gave so much game. What do you tell our fuck the younger generation, what do you tell our black women? Because the show was about Kevin Samuels and she ain't got too many problems with Kevin. What do you tell our women? Because all he did, in my opinion, before I let her answer, in my opinion, real quick, let me get on my motherfucking soapbox. In my opinion, what Kevin Samuels did was pick a mirror up and show it to his host. Excuse me, his guest. Whoever was on the show, he showed a mirror. He said, ma'am, you're a 5. You want a nigga to make 100,000, 200, 300, 400,000. That's doing life. That's doing great. You got 2, 3 kids by 2, 3 different niggas. And you want him to pick you. Why? And they'll go into saying, I'm a great person.
But that's what he was saying.
That's
and
it.
That's exactly what he was saying.
But
if you're going to have that many kids, well, fix yourself up, girl. Fix yourself up to be that. Learn what he learned to get his $400,000 a year. They're not even doing that. So you can't be asking for these things and you're not even showing remotely even close to what the $400,000 man is used to seeing. You can't be asking. You're never going to get it.
She giving y'all bars. Listen, y'all know how y'all know I pop my shit every day. Young rich nigga, young millionaire, and I don't live nowhere near my means. I do not want to go out into the world and deal with a woman that has multiple kids by multiple men. There's no nigga who is successful in life who wants to go out and start over somebody else's family Do y'all know what they do in the wildlife? If you go on, I think it's Natural Geographic. I just seen it the other day. It was a zebra, right? And it took over the pack. One of the women in the pack had a kid. You know what that zebra did to the kid? It killed it. Because it didn't want it around because it wasn't his. But the mom stayed, which she, naturally would do. And the lions or whatever animal came and killed it. We are not looking to take care of other niggas' kids. Does it happen? Yes. It's going to happen. But when you looking for what you looking for, that's not the ideal. So the thing is this. Stay away from getting pregnant by niggas who ain't got shit going on.
That's true, too.
So
very true.
I'm not here to hate on our women. I love black women. Black women love me. I don't have a dog in this fight. I get treated like a king everywhere I go. The women love me. And I let them back. I want to see us be successful. I want the women to understand. Because Vivica said some sly ass shit about Kevin.
What she say?
I'm going to play
Vivica Fox?
Vivica Fox said some sly ass shit. I'm going to play it before we end it. And then I'm going to leave it alone. She said some real sly ass shit.
Let me hear it. Because she's still single.
She need to take all that shit out of her face.
I like Vivica on Lifetime now, but Vivica is still single that we know of.
Facts. We gonna play this shit. I'm gonna let you hear it. Cause I don't wanna misquote, missay anything. I hope this shit just gets straight to the point. I hope it's a small. Let me see, that's a long segment. I need the short version.
What did she say?
I'm gonna let you hear it.
Just sold my car with CarGurus.
And when did Mr. Samuels die?
And you instantly got the best, most competitive offer from our network of thousands of dealers.
So you're selling the
a black woman, so
I have to go back.
it's karma. She don't care if he died or not.
I'm gonna
Looking
let
like
you hear
she's
it.
celebrating.
I'm gonna come right
That's
back.
crazy, and a lot of people is, bro. Like, unless he did something to you personally, while he was alive, why the hell everybody going so hard? Like I said before, I agree with some stuff he said. I disagree with some stuff he said. Just like anybody who speaks. Somebody tell me something, I can agree with it or I can disagree with it. But I'm never going to hate nobody for telling me their opinion, especially when their opinion not harming me or nobody. All it is opinions. That's all it is. He feel like black women should this. He feel like black men should do this. He feel like overweight black women should date whoever. He feel like broke black men should date whoever. Who cares? It's his opinion. Kevin Samuels got rich off his opinion. And he unfortunately passed away under some weird coincidences, some weird circumstances. And it's like, now Vivica Fox on some type of talk show going in on her. Like, how is it karma? Like, if anything, if it's not no foul play and he really died from like cardiac arrest, I'm assuming he had a bad heart for years. He had a bad heart for years. Whatever he did to take care of it, he didn't do a good job of it because he was only 56 when he passed away. And he was with some strange woman, and he could have took a lot of pills, and it just made his heart burst. Like, who knows? But for her to say it's karma, how is it karma? The only way I can say it's karma if that woman who we just met came up there with the intention to take him out, then yeah, that's karma. But if he just died from natural circumstances, I don't think it's karma.
Want to say what it was?
But do y'all agree with her? Y'all in the comment section, boy B? Come on.
I need y'all to cut that out. Cut that shit out because I got it on here. Vivica Fox say, basically she was saying he bashed all black men.
She was saying it was karma. Well, the guy was just saying.
Oh, here it go, right here. Karma. Here it go.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Demetra Cam, the Demetra K Show, and I hope you're having a great day. So listen, there's still a lot of conversation regarding the death.
To me, it was a shock. He said was that if you're this man, he really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African-American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality. Rest in peace.
So as you heard her say, basically karma.
Well, like the guy that was speaking, the one you were playing prior to that.
Correct.
You know, he was saying everything that Kevin Samuel said was his opinion. That's Vivica Fox's opinion.
Right, it's her opinion, but listen, this is the thing, because we finna get off. I gotta get up out of here. I know you got shit to do. I got shit to do. This is why I tell people, everybody around me, why I listen to Kevin Samuels. I didn't listen to him for his opinion. I listened to him for the facts. Blacksomethingcommunity.com, whatever it was, and I Google it. It put up the facts. In our community, we believe our truth is our truth, and what we believe is we believe. The facts was this. The facts is that 80% of our women is single. 80% of our women are raising kids by themselves. Only 30% of our community is raised. 54% of black men are single without children and in the middle class. So the whole notion of black men ain't shit, niggas is having kids and leaving them, he broke the math down and he was like, if this percentage doing this percentage doing that, all of the women are having kids by 16% of the men. And even in my own personal family, shout out to you, cousin, I love you. This ain't a shout out to you. My cousin got 4 kids, 4 baby moms. And out of 2 of them baby moms that I know, they got kids with other niggas. So we're out just having kids, not knowing nothing about them. And what he was saying was, marry before you care. He said, require a ring before you have a baby. Because women were out here saying, so what, I got a kid. So what, I messed up, But women are way more mature than men. Like I said, 15 to 28, y'all in y'all prime. Them y'all bargaining chips. Imagine this, LeBron James like 38. Imagine him trying to enter the NBA draft right now.
Impossible.
You think they're going to get that man $40 million a year?
He's not even going to get in.
But that's women. Women are 40. No disrespect to the 40-year-olds. Like, I'm not trying. Are you going to get the best option? If you're 40 with 2 kids by 2 different niggas, you're going to get the highest value nigga that it is out here? Not the exceptions, like regularly.
You better dress it up and make it real for him. If that's what you're trying to get.
March Madness.
I'm back in the game. Drop it low and pick it up slow. I'm staying with that.
You better.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like, I don't hate black women. Black women treat me amazing. All I'm saying is, like, after a certain age, in another bar he said, and I love it, and nobody's been able to answer this question. What product increases in value the older it gets and with use?
You have the answer, right?
Yeah, go ahead and try to answer it.
I'm not.
What product increases in value the older it gets and with use?
An Impala.
Exactly. 0. There's nothing. But with use,
Carlito laughing because he want an old school Impala right now.
Right. Hey, listen.
He don't need mine if it's rebuilt.
Old school Impala still don't cost as much as a new school Impala. Like that's the point. All he trying to say is, like, y'all can't keep getting older and think y'all can have the same bargaining chips.
Listen.
And women was calling in, screaming and hollering like, no, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do this. The last one I seen, and it was the funniest one. The woman was like a 2. In my opinion, she was a 2.
A 2.
A 2.
That's low. That's real.
She was a 2,
low.
right? She had this crazy tattoo on her. She was like, you know, she had like the kangaroo pouch. She was just unattractive, in my opinion. And in fucking my opinion, to the average girl, the most she could,
was a 2.
the most she could buy, the most she could be is a 5.
I've never heard of 2.
Oh yeah, she was a 2.
What did the 2 things she have going for?
2 kids by 2 different niggas. She was able to bear children. Salute to her. But this is the thing. To his standard, like nobody else's, we gotta respect what people's. He defined what a high value man is, right? And like women took one part, and it was money. He was like, no, it's not just money. It's money.
Because they weren't listening. We talked about this.
Bars.
They were not listening. That is the problem. People do not listen. And better yet, they don't read either. But they wasn't listening to him.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest part. I got a
They
question.
wasn't listening, but you said facts. I listened to Kevin Samuels. Now you really didn't support how you said I listened to the show for the facts.
That was it.
How many people are saying that? I think you might be the only one that said I listened to his show for facts.
He was educated.
Them women was already listening to him, ready to blast him coming on there.
But that's most women. They're, like I said, that woman who's literally asking questions because she really wants to know the answer, not waiting for a response, not waiting to be argumentative, not waiting to be combative. She's literally there, readily available to listen.
You know what?
But when he said what he said, you still gotta listen to his response. He didn't say it was gonna be peaches and cream. Did he say that?
No, he told this woman. He said, you're a 5. You're average at best. That was above. He said, you're average at best. You know what he told this woman? I fell out my bed. I'm not lying. I was watching at 2 a.m. I literally slid off my mattress, out the bed, right? Nobody's in the room with me. Nothing is going on. Like, I can't act or anything. She kept asking for a high-value man. His definition of high-value man is his definition of high-value man, right? And she said, well, Kevin, what I got to do to get a high-value man? And he was trying to be nice, right? Because he do like this. He was like, ma'am, you'll have to be reincarnated.
Oh, damn.
The funniest show ever, bro, just because of that bar. And what he meant by that is, ma'am, you would have to be somebody else to get what you're looking for.
I said women be asking for all of this, but they not even a little bit of what they asking for.
Listen, I say all the time, there's no possible way, and I tell the young girls this because they're the ones who have this fighting chance, you know. And it's like, listen, don't look for a man who has a Bentley and you have a bus pass. The bees are not the same.
The bees are dead.
They are not.
I want you to understand that your bus pass is not a Bentley
At all.
So I want you to understand that this is, you know, and they're like, but I want, you know, if I work at Burger King, at least I want him have him work at Chick-fil-A.
Bars.
You understand what I'm saying? That's
an
upper echelon.
It is.
Of
Right.
where you are working. So he has now upgraded you because Chick-fil-A gets paid a little better. They say our pleasure.
They're closed on Sundays.
They worship. You know what I mean?
There was a woman on there who was a stripper. And
So, you know, that's a start. You know,
It's
don't
definitely-
shoot
You
for the...
can't be asking for something that you want and you're not even remotely close.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
No.
That's
And
all Kevin really
this-
was trying to say. Like, girl, what you...
facts.
No, you don't look the part. You don't talk the part. You don't even know the part.
You don't get the part.
You don't get
didn't pay
nothing.
'em.
You're not ever going
I
to get
did
it.
not pay these women to be here. I mean, they're worth the money. I didn't pay them. They have their own lives. So we
Yes.
actually have quality women in this world.
I think women need to, if this is what they're asking for, they need to take control.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do, take some classes, change your mind, your spirituality. Like, it's a lot to deal with if that's what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Because if it's all about the money, it's not all about the money. You still got other stuff that you need to work on. Maybe you need to fix yourself up, get your teeth fixed. Get a new hairstyle.
Your
Find
shit
a new
popping. Did
dresser.
you go to Dr. Miami for your teeth?
I did not, but I did invest in myself a little bit. I did. Because I can't be asking for this stuff and then I don't even look the part.
Right.
What am I doing?
Now that's a fact. That's a bar for the simple fact that we look at y'all.
Because men are visual. And y'all,
Facts.
the first thing y'all gonna see is the
Ass
teeth,
and titties.
the
And
hair,
teeth.
well, how her body look. Or not so much what I'm talking about, but y'all gonna be visual. Visual.
And I'm a thoroughbred. I don't want you if you got fake ass and fake titties, so keep that shit to yourself. I don't want none of that shit. That bought ass shit. Take that shit back to Walmart.
Let me tell you something.
Walmart.
No, not Walmart.
My
So let me-
bad. What's the name of the business?
Not Walmart.
Target.
No, yours.
Look,
What's
I'm
your-
trying.
what's your-
No.
At least Target.
Right.
Tell me,
take it back
tell me the
to
name of your
Walmart.
business again.
Blink and Body Contour.
Yeah, take that shit back to Blink and Body Contour, bitch, because that ain't
well,
yours.
that's non-invasive.
Yeah,
That's
so
non-invasive
they're not even
surgery.
injecting in there.
So listen, here's the thing. We talked about putting new parts on an old vehicle, right?
Big facts.
So here's the thing. I used to tell women all the time, like she said, you got to look the part. Go out and if you want a celebrity, go out and get a freaking celebrity starter kit. Celebrity starter kit is going to be, I need new boobs, I need new behind, I need new teeth, and I need a skin hyperdermabrasion, I need a microdermabrasion, I need hyperpigmentation.
Go to Blinking Body.
Listen, all the stuff that we do at Blinken Body Contour University.
Invest in yourself.
Listen,
if you asking for this stuff, you gotta invest in yourself.
You need it.
It's just not gonna come to you. It's not even gonna look your way. No. You have to invest in yourself.
No.
If that's what you're asking for.
Yeah. So if you want a celebrity, get a celebrity starter kit. Start there. Listen.
If they're average, what should they be looking for?
So that's that's outward bound though.
They
so
gotta fix them.
Yeah.
A 2 or 3.
So that's,
anything less than the 5, they need work.
Listen,
a 5
if they're
is going to
asking for
deal with a
that
nigga
stuff.
that make $50,000 a year.
So if they're asking for a nigga that make $400,000 a year, they gotta invest in themselves.
Listen, even in that bracket, every girl in that bracket, let's just say it's
or
20,
$1 million.
It's 20 women that's looking for the nigga to make $400,000 and they meet the par. Guess how many niggas get that? Guess how many women get that man out of 20?
Well, I can tell you right now.
One.
I have a candidate on the table that makes $500K a year easy.
But she's well overqualified.
And I am highly pursued by this man. This is a true
Swallow.
This is a
swallow
she
more
is
than once.
well overqualified.
Listen, this is a
hold
true.
on, I want to talk about her. Hold on. I want to listen. What makes her well overqualified?
She's well overqualified.
Why?
Because
don't say nothing. Why?
She knows her qualifications. She's already the man that got the same qualifications or a little bit more or at the same level is already attraction to there.
What do the man that make $400,000 want out of a woman?
Her.
What is it? Describe. Okay. This.
Her. And it's not so much of the money.
Carlos want to put in his ballot too. For real.
He's already making $500,000.
But it's not so
But
much
it's not
of
the money.
income.
Oprah making billions. I wouldn't fuck Oprah with a blindfold.
And look who
I put in
Oprah
my
got.
application
Stedman. She gotta have somebody she can control.
Right.
Cause ain't no other man, rich man that's richer than her, gonna deal with her.
Mind you, Stedman live across the street.
He live across
in
the
guest
street.
house.
She put him in the guest house because of COVID. He's still in the guest house.
He been in the guest house for a long time.
And Stedman been around since 89.
89. You hear me? Right.
He's never coming back in the
cool
house.
with getting the bag. And that's a clown.
Cool.
That's a clown.
He's that type of man.
But let me go back to 500K guy because it's a true story, right?
What's his qualities outside of his money?
So he's very well educated. He's in the Black Caucus. Literally a oncologist.
He look at your box.
No, oncologist is for cancer.
Oh, gynecologist is the other. Okay, all right. Oncologist. That's the wrong
I'm gonna need him to
collegist.
focus.
All I heard was collegeist. Like I didn't know so many different ones.
The ologist is the study of. So I'm going to need you to focus.
You did a little too personal. Those are two different.
Not if equality.
Not even the same.
So what I need you to focus on. So, mind you, one thing that captivated him, like you said, men are visual creatures. Mm-hmm. Just because he makes $500,000 a year, he saw that ass. So that was the first thing that he saw. Then it was he saw me open my mouth and I smiled. So then he's like, "Oh, ass and a smile. You never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison." And I told him, I was like, "Listen, you don't want none of me
at all.
Listen,
she gonna captivate your ass."
That's what I'm saying, because this shit hit different. You understand? So listen, after he's talking to me, he's like, "Oh my gosh, and you do this and you that." So now he's like, not only does she have a big butt and a smile, and she's qualified educationally, and oh my gosh, she's a nurse, so she understands my field, she understands my hours, she understands everything that I have to go through. And I never once interjected while he was talking.
Camaraderie right there.
I never once interject while he was talking.
They got the same common interest.
So listen, so in lieu of him making $500K a year, he was able to, and mind you, I make well too. He was able to talk to me freely. I never once cut him off. I never once cut him off.
Did y'all hear what she said? She didn't cut him off. That's hard for y'all not to speak y'all opinion when y'all ain't even got shit. Y'all not even qualified.
He had several things that I was in opposition of, and I was just like, wow. Wow, really?
That's not faking. That's not playing the game. That's listening to understand versus speaking your opinion to a nigga who winning, or vice versa. Like if someone is already winning, it works for them.
Yeah.
Correct.
Even though it may not work for you. I smell weed.
Is it getting loud in here?
Hey. Shout out to my nigga Dolph. We finna go smoke some gelato.
Listen, but I'll also give you another true story. So this just happened as recently as last night, and Miami can actually vouch for this. Had a guy that I literally was like supposed to meet up with, right? This is a true story. Supposed to meet up with him. Mind you, I was so frustrated with my day that I wasn't even operating in my fullest capacity. Like I was tired, I was ready to go home, and he was like, listen, I want to meet up with you, want to meet at Pasha, have a good time. And I was like, where the hell is Pasha at? You know, I'm new here in Atlanta, I have no idea where the hell that is. So he's like, I want to meet up at Pasha, get some drinks. And
that nigga trying to get some boxes. Pasha is nice.
Listen, mind you, this is
nice.
Listen, this is the same thing that Miami is telling me after the fact, right?
If I'm trying to get some box, I'm taking the bitch to Pasha on the first day.
So mind you, I have
first date.
Listeners understand that I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have no idea what the hell
just got here, y'all.
So I am like, okay, whatever. I was like, listen, I'll Google the place and figure it out.
The couches is velvet. Keep going.
Listen, so I told him
the hookah's
he was like, is 9:30 okay for you? I was like, 9 o'clock. Like I kept like I was treating him like he was like little Toto, but in all actuality, in Philly we call him he was him. So I treated a man who was really him like he wasn't him, and I messed up the whole thing. And I felt it when I messed it up because I was like, damn. I was like, when I pulled up the Pasha, I was like, damn, I see Beamer, Benz, Bentley, Rolls Royce. I was like, damn, this is a nice place. And I was like, he wanted to take me here on a first date? So mind you, I called him.
You gonna spend on Pasha now.
I called him and he stopped answering my calls. He was like, just kept rejecting me, not answering my calls. And I was like, fuck. I was like, KEL'LI. I was like, you have to think about this. Why didn't you put your full effort into this? And I was like, but I didn't know he fucking
She doing her bullshit. Shout out to Drop Boy Stacks. We was at Pasha living it up. Shout out to Kennedy.
Listen.
Yeah, we was at Pasha living it up. Spent the bag.
So I'm like, what the hell did I just sabotage? I sabotaged the whole shit because I talked to him like he wasn't him. And mind you, so the only way I can recover, because I have a big ego too, I went home, put on my Versace robe, and was like, you know what?
I'm going to FaceTime this nigga.
Listen, no, this is what I did. I sent him a video because I didn't even want him to call me back. I said, listen, you have just vindicated every man I have ever stood up in life. I said, and I want to say that shit was not cool. If I see you at the light, trust and believe it's on site. I said, you don't leave me. I leave you. Now you're blocked.
Literally, I saw the video.
Hold on. If he got 5 more of them, is he mad?
Oh, he's mad. He's mad.
How if he blocked?
Oh, because he's mad.
He's mad.
How?
Because I got a chance to say my piece. Mind you, I had 3 different cell phones.
They're delusional.
No, yes, he is.
Did he call back?
Oh, no, he's blocked.
She blocked him.
So how do you know he's mad?
Because
is he gonna call back from a different number? Give it a couple of days.
Because I'm fine as hell. Yes, he's mad.
He's definitely mad.
He's mad.
Okay, well listen.
I mean, look, Pasha on a first date. I told her, I said, wait a minute, you going to Pasha? Somebody gotta like you or want to like you.
Mind you, when I pulled
telling you to come to Pasha.
I said, oh, he must have liked
delusion.
I said he must have liked me. Damn. I messed that one up. So that's the first time I ever messed
we pull up the Pasha to spin the bag. You hear me? Like when we pull up there, you getting valet. You dig what I'm saying?
It's all of the above.
Ready,
that's what it's there for.
I did not know that. So now, from now on, if he says, do you want to go to Pasha?
They're into you.
No,
I'm going to be like,
fuck into you. They want some box that night. I'll take a bitch to Pasha.
Probably.
Bitch, we going back to
but
the
you
house.
They gonna go to Pasha to pretend. Even if they ain't trying to be, they gonna go to Pasha to pretend.
No, we asking questions at Pasha. What you doing? Then once we get a little lit, like we gonna be like, hey, you gonna leave your car here and roll with me?
Pasha's definitely that place.
I might have left my car in the parking lot.
We rocking like that. Yeah, we rocking like that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm telling real shit.
Just bring me back before they tow it.
Okay? Right.
Hey, and if they tow it, I'm gonna pay for it.
That's
if you're fucking with a real nigga, I might just upgrade that bitch if the box was good. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking real shit. I pop my shit and I live it.
Listen.
Neither one of these ladies got a problem with Kevin Samuels. Just because it's for him, I'm just gonna hold a candle up because Holmes always had a candle in his shit doing his one too. I ain't that motherfucker etiquette
Kevin
proper.
Samuels, this podcast was for you.
Yes. Dedication.
For
Rest in
you.
heaven. Rest in heaven. Kevin.
Rest in heaven, Kevin Samuels.
Yes.
Another day on the ugly truth. We love y'all 100. Hey man, say man, it's your boy KINGSGIVE, man. We coming live and direct. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the ugly truth. Yeah, you know we're gonna dive right into it. Spirit, soul, body, finances, and relationship. Put you up on game on everything. And I am certified, man, to speak on what I speak on, man. I've been on over 500 dates with 500 different women, man. So when I speak on relationship, please pay attention. Oh, I done ran up an M too. So when I speak on money, please pay attention. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.